Gigabyte Force GTX 1650 Super WindForce opinion. The Gigabyte GTX 1650 Super WindForce currently retails at $170. Plus large performance increase over GTX 1650 non-super. Excellent price, performance ratio. Faster memory chips. Overclocked out of the box. Idle fan stop. Very low temperatures. Backplate included. Very energy efficient. Minus. Could be quieter in gaming. Default power limit not increased over NVIDIA reference. Runs in power limiter most of the time, which complicates overclocking, too. No additional power limit increases possible. No hardware support for RTX and DLSS. Memory not overclocked. Gigabyte's GTX 1650 Super WindForce is a cost-effective version of the GTX 1650 Super that's close to MSRP pricing, yet it includes premium features, like a dual fan cooler, overclock, and backplate. Out of the box, the card is overclocked to a rated boost of 1755 MHz, which is a small increase over the NVIDIA default of 1725 MHz. Averaged over our test suite, at 1080p, we measured a 1% performance improvement over the GTX 1650 Super reference, not a lot, but other custom designs aren't giving you much more, either. Compared to the plain GTX 1650, the Gigabyte GTX 1650 Super is 35% faster, a huge difference. AMD's recently released RX 5500 XT is a little bit behind. The aging AMD RX 590 is 7% faster than the GTX 1650 Super, and the GTX 1660 is 13% faster at substantially higher pricing. Overall, we can easily recommend the GTX 1650 Super as a great choice for gaming at Full HD 1080p in all titles. Gigabyte's cooler is a relatively simple contraption with just a single heat pipe and a relatively compact heatsink. Unfortunately, Gigabyte decided to focus way too much on low temperatures, which are truly impressive with just 64 degrees Celsius, but noise levels are not good. We measured 38 dB, which is noisier than most of the competition, and that could turn into a deal breaker for some. While I understand that some people are fixated on temperatures because they are easy to measure, quantify, and compare, a better balance between noise levels and temperatures would significantly improve the product. Whether the GPU temperature is 67 degrees Celsius or 74 degrees Celsius, for example, has a negligible impact on anything other than the number in monitoring software. Lower noise levels, on the other hand, affect gamers every single minute they are in-game. People are becoming more and more noise aware. The tremendous success of MSI graphics cards over the last years is testament to that. AMD's recently released RX 5600 XT has amazing noise levels, too. Reducing fan speeds manually is of course possible, but it's an additional manual step that might even be too complicated for many novice users. Where Gigabyte's card scores big is idle noise levels, which are perfect because the company includes the idle fan stop feature. Thanks to that capability, users can enjoy a perfectly noise-free graphics card during desktop work, internet browsing, media playback, and light gaming. Another win for Gigabyte is that the card includes a backplate, which greatly improves the overall look and feel of the product. Even though the backplate is made from plastic, for cost reasons, I'm perfectly happy with it. Overclocking of our sample was worse than on other GTX 1650 Super cards we tested. Part of the reason seems to be that Gigabyte hasn't increased their power limit at all. While that makes for very impressive performance per watt numbers, a higher power limit would have yielded additional performance because NVIDIA's boost algorithm could boost higher for longer. What's also surprising is that Gigabyte has locked down their BIOS, so additional, manual power limit increases are not possible. Video memory size of 4 GB might sound low at first, But you have to consider that pricing matters a lot in this segment. Adding more memory would make the card more expensive with little or no performance difference at 1080p Full HD. Looking at our performance numbers, we can definitely see reduced FPS at 4K resolution compared to cards with more memory, but I'm not seeing anything in our data that would suggest these cards are memory bound at 1080p. We're running maximum details, including optional HD texture packs when available, so there are lots of options to reduce memory requirements should it come to that. I'd rather buy a more affordable card now than waste money on future-proofing, at least in this segment. Nvidia's GTX 1650 Super is priced aggressively, at just $160 MSRP, which makes it the better choice over AMD's Radeon RX 5500 XT. Gigabyte is asking a $10 price premium for their WindForce OC, which is reasonable, but the competition is very strong in this segment. For example, EVGA's GTX 1650 Super SC Ultra comes at MSRP, includes an overclock, and a backplate, too, with similar acoustics. For another $10 over the Gigabyte WindForce OC you can get the MSI Gaming X, which has much better noise levels. While Gigabyte's price is certainly not bad, I'd say Gigabyte needs to bring down their price another $10 to match Nvidia's MSRP for better competitiveness.